So, I do believe we are live. So I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another Conscious Evolution. Another opportunity for us to talk about not taking everything for granted. Today's stream topic was something like, there's so much love out there, always. And we did technically talk about that as a stream topic a while ago, but this one is more this one is more like a principle conversation, right? That we as human beings uh, are very good at solving problems or identifying problems, right? Seeing a pattern and then bringing that pattern to light, talking about it, acknowledging that there is a pattern to bring to light in the first place, right? But in doing so, we end up missing all of the good. For example, maybe your roommate is washing the dishes, right? And there used to be like a whole pile full of dishes. And as they're washing the dishes, the pile is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And then maybe there's like 20% of the pile left still in the still in the sink after they have in their minds finished washing the dishes. There are two ways of looking at that fractal, right? One is, hey, this is not done and it needs to be done. And the other is, hey, thank you for everything that was done. Like an acknowledgement of the love that there is. But then again, because of our willingness to try and solve problems, our propensity to, if you will, we end up missing a lot of love, right? I want to actually read the exact way that I say today's stream topic. I don't know if that's going to help create more clarity. I have I have so many of these. There we go. Don't let all the love always become invisible to you. That's the way I wrote today's stream topic. Don't let all the love always become invisible to you. Because you are very loved. Always. So much so that you might, right now in this moment, be like, oh, Melt, I haven't been loved in so long. Nobody's touching me. Nobody's even looking twice. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about, is it? No. No. The act of existence in and of itself, in my mind, is an act of love. So, from that perspective, we get so much. Like it is one of those things where I'm like, today, for example, it was raining. There was a bunch of wind, there was rain, and it was kind of like dark. Like the house had this aura of like somberness, like ugh. And then I went to sleep a little bit in that somberness, and it was very nice. Felt like I was sleeping in the rain. And then there were these moments where I would like clip back into consciousness for like a second, and as I'm like aware of the world I'm in, I just hear like the shh of the rain falling on the roof. Little raindrops like kisses falling from the sky, making little sounds to make me sleep well. And I just had this moment of like, oh yes, I am so loved. Just to hear the rain falling on the roof. And it's not something that I've really taken a moment to appreciate in that way in a while, so thank you, friends, for sharing it with me in this stream topic. Where I see Joy V, even Duck Dad, and Sam sending you blessings, friends. Good morning, beautiful meat sacks. To the friends lurking as well, we love you too. Thank you for being here with us. So what did you decide to do with all of your plants? Toughed it out and spent the day getting ready for the sale. I didn't want to do. It got rained out, so no. You got rained too? How about that? Like, we're not supposed to get rain right now, but we are. It seems we are. Get a chore wheel. Whoever doesn't complete theirs gets to experience life as a medieval peasant in areas to the church. No, 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 no. Like, there's no animosity in my heart today. Like, there's nothing I feel I need to fight about. Quite the contrary. I feel pretty grateful and, fine, everything considered. I am more talking today about this ability for us to just blatantly forget, to ignore, for the love that is ceaselessly in our lives to become invisible to us. To become something that we take for granted. Taking something for granted. Just assuming it has to be there. It must be there. Of course it is there. And I get it. I Google. Define taking for granted. To assume something as true, real, unquestionable, or to be expected. Damn, I'm getting schooled because I do take love for granted. Because I assume love to be true, real, unquestionable, or to be expected. We took our invitation to the party for granted. We took it for granted we didn't invite to the party. Yeah. Man, the word granted just became a little bit less invisible to me. Maybe I'll use it more. I take love for granted. I do take love for granted, but in this way, it's kind of a good thing, right? I assume love as something that's true. Assume love to be something that's true, something that's real, something that's unquestionable, something that is to be expected. Maybe that's the last one that I feel might fall apart a little bit. And I do. I want to make that clear. I do expect love. I do. However, I don't know if that will get you more love. Maybe. There's a part of me that believes in manifestation, where if you expect not to be loved, how can you expect to receive love? Kind of vibes. But on the other side, I also want to be careful with my words and not steer any of us in the wrong direction. Because again, expectation begets suffering as well. Right? So if you go out, you listen to Melt, be like, oh, Melt says love is true. Melt says make friends. You go out and you try and make friends because love is true, and then those people don't choose to love you the way you try to love them. And then suffering because you expected something. Right? And I'm not trying to say that this is what we're doing. I'm just saying that that's something that can happen from the whole perspective of expectation. To be expected. Maybe, and this is again the way I try to see it, what you can expect is yourself to act in that way. Right? That can be something you expect of yourself. To act lovingly, to make sure love is true. This is something I expect of me, at least. Something I cannot very much allow myself to compromise on. There we go. Hey, Mojo, sending you blessings. Oh, the universe decided for you, Doc. Mel, Dark Dad, Enjoy It, even Sam, Lozana, bless you. I had to lock Koji in the bathroom during yoga today. He keeps biting my toes. I had a lovely practice, and then I let him out. Bless you. Biting your toes. It's such a strange thing for them to be doing. Is it like a jealousy thing, you think, JV? Are you not giving your kitties enough attention, and then they're like, what? Mom is doing it for herself, not me. Bites toes. Not me, no. Or is it just playful? My mind is like, is this malicious? Are you being malicious right now? What you doing, kitty? Did I put my dynamite back? I did. I get lots of love here. I expect that's because I give lots of love. Yeah, I wanted to keep going down that rabbit hole, and thank you for bringing me back to it, Joyleave. That because I expect love, I do receive love. But I don't expect love from a place of, I'm just going to lay back, cross my arms and have a scorn on my face and then expect people to come and love me, right? No. No, that's not exactly how it works, unfortunately. So there is that element of it as well of like believing, honestly believing that expecting love and expecting yourself to act in love, you will make love something you can take for granted in the good way, of course. He wanted attention at the wrong time, so I can't yoga and pet him at the same time. This is true, unfortunately. We'll get extra limbs one day, and then we'll probably have yoga poses that require us to use our extra limbs, and then we'll get more limbs to pet our cats, a sixth pair of arms. No, that's 12 arms. A third pair of arms. Yeah, two arms for most of the weight support, two arms for like flair, and two arms for petting your animals when they still want attention while they're doing yoga. I expect people to know the person I present to them. How they feel about that person is up to them. It's nice when they like me, but it's not surprising when they don't. That is an interesting thing you're saying there, Sam. It's nice when they like me, but it's not surprising when they don't. I relate to that. I do relate to that. But I feel like my words would be different. Greetings to you too, Nancy. It's always a blessing having you here. I expect people to know the person I present to them. How they feel about that person is up to them. It's nice when they like me, but it's not surprising when they don't. For me, it's not surprising. For me, it's more understandable, right? And those are technically parallel words. They suit the same descriptor, but for me, it's understandable. I get it when people don't like me. I'm like, I don't like myself sometimes. You don't have to worry about it, brother. You can let yourself off the hook. Our clothes are gonna look wild with the holes for our extra limbs. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Look at you, Joyleave, actually thinking about the complexities. Yeah, we probably would need extra armholes. Maybe what we could do is we can just like, no, that's cursed. I was thinking about like being able to grow new arms and then retract them back into our bodies, right? But that's maybe no. Maybe I shouldn't think about that because like my mind was thinking about that fractal where like maybe this stitch line where like two materials come together. There can be like a little overlap, maybe like this way, and then there's gonna get holes here. Or you can just put your arms through those. Please. Happy Sunday! How you feeling, man? Blessed, Joy. Thank you for asking. It's just this knowledge that because my love language is acts of aberrati behavior, some people are not going to like me when we get to that stage. I hear you. If I've given you shit about stuff and you didn't like it, that's why I did it. Yeah. I do that too, unfortunately, Sam. That's where my understandable comes from. Like I know I speak in a way, I do things in a way that triggers a certain experience inside the listener, inside the person that I'm trying to point in whatever direction this conversation requires, right? But yeah, it is something that not everybody necessarily appreciates. However, if you respond in a way that makes you want to completely run away from the conversation, that means that conversation was very important to be had, right? even if there's no growth reached just in our exchange, and even if you hate me for me opening that dialogue, you'll still think about it. And that thinking of about it might end up doing you some good. So I am willing to take up that brunt. I feel like you are too, Sam. Not for everyone, and that's okay. Yay. Joy, thanks for asking. The anxiety has gone down, still adjusting to the meds, but overall, way better. How are you doing? That's a blessing to hear, Nancy. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you for asking Joy as well. Let's see if she'll tell us. I am going to partake of White Rhino. I have Fino 2 in here. It is nice. I had like an experience of it tasting like cotton candy to me last night. I was eating a piece of pineapple alongside it, and it was like cotton candy, straight up cotton candy flavor, and I was like, more of this, please. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm good today. I need to tackle my clothes monster, and that's causing a little anxiety. Clothes monster, like there's a whole stack of clothing that hasn't been washed. Yeah. That is, I don't know if it's anxiety as much as it's just like this inertia we have to overcome. At least for me, I'm speaking for myself. This inertia I have to overcome. And once I'm doing it, it gets a lot easier. Here comes a sneeze. Bless me. Thank you for blessing me too. That pressure in your eyes. Goodness. I need to overcome the inertia. Yeah, you'll got this. You'll so got this. Don't be too hard on yourself, Joy B. Again, maybe the first step is just getting things in the machine. Getting that first bundle in the machine. At least we have that as like an option for us these days. Imagine having to wash all of your clothing by hand. Like there are no other options. That wasn't too long ago. Hey Google. When did home machine clothing washers, what are the things called? Washing machines? There we go. When did home washing machines become a thing? In 1937. I mean, it's been a while, but still, that's not so long ago. That's not too long ago. And how it has changed our lives. I saw this post on Reddit recently of a mother with her 8 sons. All of them having been sent to war, and all of them having returned from war. And like the smile on her face. And I go into the comment section and I'm reading what people are saying and what people are thinking. And there's this one post where this dude was talking about the amount of work it had to take. The cleaning, the cooking for 8 boys, the keeping the house in an orderly manner, the getting them to school, the keeping them healthy, raising them to be adults. The fact that when that photo was taken, there was no washing machines, so her boys' clothing, 8 boys' clothing had to be washed by her hands probably most of her life. And then, after you do all of that, after you spend your whole life taking care of 8 boys, you send them to war. You send them to war, knowing that they might die. And then you get to see them again when they return, very much alive. It was quite an experience, witnessing those faces. Thinking about the fact that all of those people, at least right now, are dead, and yet the story of what they experienced is just as alive in our minds. It's a little moth trying to find some flowers. I'm sorry, friend. The flowers in my body ain't got no nectars. Follow the spark. The spark. For the inertia, when I notice just a little spark, I go with it instead of just ignoring it. Me too, Nancy. That's what I've been trying to do, as of late at least. Yesterday was relatively productive for me. I mean, relatively is very relatively. I have like a hair bonnet that I washed, and I washed my towels, and I replaced my pillow casings, and like I did like, that quality of life, hygiene stuff, and it felt good. And then as I was hanging my towels, I see the trash bag is full. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and hang these, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take the trash out. So I come in and I take the trash out, and then I take the little lid off, and I see the underside of it, and it has like, I don't know, grime in so many words at the bottom of it. And I put the new bag in the dustbin, and then I think, oh, I'll just put this thing back. And before I can put it back, I have this spark, as Nancy says, where I'm like, I wish someone would spray this thing down on the inside. And then in that spark, I'm like, I'll just do it. I'll be someone. And then I go outside and I clean that as well. So agreed with Nancy. Follow the spark, right? Try and overcome that inertia by kind of like having like a little bit of uh, I want to say fuck it energy, but that's crude. But there is kind of like an element of that, of like getting it done with, right? Being over it, not standing in your own way or waiting for someone else to do it. Okay. Overcome the inertia of the spark. Sam, I just read what you wrote. Do you think most people recognize your love language? Love language. I'm thinking probably yes, if they can recognize the intention, but maybe not stating the obvious. Oh, absolutely not, Nancy. This is a love language that was prevalently used at home, and when I met my husband, I was most surprised to find out his family was just like mine. He understands, most do not. Yeah. Compatibility. Compatibility is a big thing because there is everything. There is a lot of love that will become invisible to us as we continue going on with this experience kind of vibes, right? And in that, if you're not compatible with another person, it is hard to speak the same language. It is hard. Oh, that's the thing about living alone. There is never gonna be someone else to do it. Yeah, that does help. However, it still doesn't change the fact that there is this energy of like, I wish someone would do it. You think about doing it, but you only want to think about doing it. You don't want to actually do it. You just want to think about it, right? Then when you think about doing it, you should just kind of like take that as like the spark, the kindling to start the fire that is required in order to burn away the task that is plaguing your soul, or whatever as you do. I do feel kind of nonchalant today. I think it's because of the weather. It rained, now it's very calm and cold, and it's making me like. Yeah, bless again. Yo, those hyenas from Lion King who are always fighting with each other, but when shit gets serious, they team up and stop bullshitting around. That's how we are. That makes sense. I must go deliver plant orders and then spend the day scraping the land. Enjoy your day, y'all. Sending you blessings, dear Duck Dad. You got this, bro. Love is true. Bye, Jack. Thank you, friends, for saying bye to our friend. I've packed another Dynavap. Oh, Mel, didn't you just like hit one? I did. You're not feeling it anymore? No, I am. So what are you doing? I don't know. I think I'm trying to make the love that is Mary Jane more visible to me. Totally. That's totally what's happening. That's exactly what's happening right now. I'm heating this piece of metal to see what it says. It says click. It kind of has that cotton candy flavor to me again today. I don't know what it is. I completely scorched it. It didn't click again. And then I added more heat again. Woo! Yeah. I'm gonna let that stand for a second. Oh, do you think you love me, Mary Jane? Does Mary Jane love me as much as I love her? I mean, I think there's a little bit of a time delay, right? My Mary Jane loves me from the perspective of the care I provide, the training, the support, the water, the music, the guidance, the direction. And then when its season comes to an end, I don't know if it's exactly happy about me harvesting it, but it's still alive, right? Even now, it's still alive. Like there are still enzymes inside those plant materials that are actively breaking down chlorophyll, eating the sugars, literally. I don't think it needs to love me. I think I love it enough for both of us. No, that's toxic. Joy, is that Rick James' song? Which then makes me think of Dave Chappelle doing Rick James. I can't say that I've seen that one myself. Let me see. I mean, I did overdo it, but I didn't actually pull on it. Like there was like a split second of me trying to taste what it's like and being like, nope, that is way too hot. So it was like at that heated temperature, but if I pulled air through it, it would have combusted. More air through it would have combusted, and it didn't end up doing that. This is all me trying to say that it will not make the rest of my Dynavap taste like burnt, which I'm very happy about. Is that bonkers, B? Blessings to you, beloved friend. It's always nice having you. Hope you all have a great day. I'm so curious about Bonkers B. Bonkers B probably is a new friend. I thought it might be Uncle Becky, and it might still be, but I think Bonkers B might actually be a new friend. YouTube has been sharing our content with new people again, so thank you. If you're one of those new people, thank you, Bonkers, for joining us here, friend. We do this with the intention of consciously evolving. There was this one person who also found the channel. That day, directly after we got robbed, I remember starting the stream by talking about feeling a little bit irritable, right? And prefacing, opening the space by acknowledging that I am a human and I feel things. And then this person comments, I have a friend that heals the blind. And also, being irritable is not very evolved of you. And I comment back to them like, dear friend, I never claimed to be very evolved. I never claimed that. I do start these streams with the intention to consciously evolve, right? But again, conscious evolution means that we are conscious as entities in this world, and there is this thing called evolution, which is this progressive self-improvement, if you will. And becoming conscious of this progressive self-improvement, not only in ourselves, but in the whole of life, right? Seeing evolution as something that life wants for us. And then becoming conscious of that and showing up for it. I don't think you can get perfect at it. Is there such a thing as getting perfect, right? Like, it's the whole becoming enlightened thing. I don't believe there's such a thing. I think you can understand that you are as a particle of light from the source of light, right? Enlightenment. But it doesn't change anything. Like, getting punched in the face still hurts, kind of vibes, right? Starving still makes you feel hungry. So we cannot exactly just completely leapfrog this human being and the experiences that it has. But in reading that comment, it really made me concerned. It made me so very concerned for people and for what they believe right now about what you're supposed to be. Sure, I agree that you ought not, in your irritability, sin, right? A whole biblical approach. Hey Google, define irritability. The quality or state of being irritable. Thank you. Great. Define irritable. Having or showing a tendency to be easily annoyed. Yeah. Yeah. And again, right, if you think about like a monk on a rock somewhere in the mountain, there can be, for some of us, this mindset of like, oh, this monk is so enlightened and so Zen mode 5000 that I am going to come up to this monk and they'll be so gentle with me and they won't be irritable and they'll have infinite patience and I can just keep asking them questions day after day after day after day after day after day and they'll just take it without any qualms. No, I don't believe that one. Or there is the other side of it, of like seeing the monk that sits in the rock that like throws rocks at you when you come and ask him questions while he's meditating, or he hits you with a stick, try and get you away from him. Right? And I see both of those monks. Honestly, weirdly enough, I actually see the rock throwing monk, and he's not throwing big rocks, right? And I want to make that clear. At least this monk in my mind, he's throwing like pebbles. He's not throwing bricks at you. He's not throwing bricks at you. So I kind of like feel like the second monk is more genuine, is more enlightened as to the experience that he's having and as to the truth that we're all kind of apart. It's not bunkers, it's bookers. I don't know. I don't know why I've been reading your name as Bonkers B. Hey Bookers. Sorry about that. Sorry Bookers. It's not Bonkers. No, like done, mate. Bookers. The name is now Bonkers. I like it, mate. Good. Ask Google to define irritability. Instead becomes irritated. That's the definition. That's perfect. It's kind of perfect. You know, it feels very apt. Oh yes, I want to understand what irritability means. Google, please define for me. And Google is like, bet I'll show you irritable, bro. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, dude. You'll get irritated. We have like a little bit of time left before I'm going to end our stream. It is cold. It is proper cold. And to you friends, it's probably gonna still be hot. But it's like raining and 14 degrees Celsius. I mean, your friends are gonna be like, oh no, you should be wearing less clothing with that kind of heat blasting at you. So, some of your friends at least. Here we go. Ew, that's a big number. Alright, yeah, it's 57 Fahrenheit right now. Stop laughing. It is cold. It is. Don't you laugh? It is. It's cold right now. I think it's the wind. Yeah, thank you, Sam. That's been the number. I think it's the wind churning through the space. So it's kind of like I'm sitting in the curve of a vortex and it's cutting me. That's hoodie and shorts weather. Okay, good. Hoodie. I mean, I am wearing a shirt and like a little bit more than shorts. So I feel like it's still same, kind of. Still a little bit same. I'm gonna add some more heat to this one more time and then I'm gonna pull a card for us. Bless you, friends. It's a little chilly. I agree with Sam. A hoodie would fix it. Probably true. Maybe a blanket as well. But I'm gonna be fine. I got my feet tucked underneath my legs, so they're not freezing anymore. This is why we never should have let cloaks die out, fall out of style. I agree with this. We should bring cloaks back. Cloaks are badass. Cloaks are really cool. Cloaks and robes too. And also we should bring back knight's armor. If I want to, I want to be able to get dressed in armor. Seems badass. Woo. It's 57 where I am too. Going to top out in the 70s. Yeah, it's only going down for us from now. As the sun sets and the water has wet the world. It will be cold tonight, I'm pretty sure. It was a little bit warmer last night. I wonder if that's why we got rain today. Wouldn't be surprised. It's 75 here. All of us getting to experience the spectrums of each other's worlds and temperatures. Thank you. Like again, the love of the fact that we can experience temperatures that do not just instantaneously kill us upon experiencing it is something that's invisible to us, right? Like sure, I'm feeling a little bit chilly, but I'm not just dropping dead when I feel the air, right? So all of that love of not dropping dead is invisible to me because I'm alive enough to complain about being cold. You wanna go around dressed like a tin can? Go ahead, I won't stop you. Being dressed like a tin can sounds even cooler. Heinz Beans. Being the Heinz Beans night. Being the sweet corn night. Being the small blocks of carrots nights. Being Joy V was like poking fun at me. Pokes back. I love it though. I do actually unironically like that idea. Right, we might not be able to go back to like proper valor of like, what the knights had, but we might be able to like do a meme version of it. Bean Knight, yes! You see. We can do meme versions. Bean Knight. Sweet Corn Knight. Rice, Carrot Knight. Rice. Chef Boyardee's Knight. Oh no, please. The Beans Knight, don't you entice me to create new classes of knights. We're enticing. This is a call to awareness right now, Sam. This is us telling you to drop your trilogy that you've been working on for like a decade, to write instead about the Tin Can Knights. Right? That can be the book cover even. The Tin Can Knights. That sounds fucking sick. This I'm sorry for cursing. This makes me happy, and I unironically think people would love that. The Tin Can Knights. The Bean Knight smells of beans. Somebody should tell him. Somebody should tell him. He knows. He's the Bean Knight. He knows. You don't have to tell him. The rumor has it he kills anybody who mentions it. Rumor has it. Who's telling those rumors? Well, not the dead guys, I can tell you that. I'm sorry, like my mind is just trying to get a card pulled, and I'm adding noise to the space. This one. This card's reading is pretty basic. Like I can probably read this card without having to open that book. Probably. Let me see. Make sure I'm not capping. It sounds like absolutely awesome kids slash yeah story. Right, I like how Joy Deep is also on board. Drop your trilogy sounds like give up on your dreams and lead those crying children straight to hell. And y'all, I just wanted to see what was at the end. No, don't give up on your dreams. Never giving up on dreams. You know what I stand for, Sam. So that won't be an option. However, however, I do think. Oh, nice. This is actually better than the yes one. The yes one looks like this. The no one at least has some text. I've never pulled this one though. This is my first time. And like I feel it does technically relate to today's stream topic of like the love that is always around us becoming invisible. It's like us saying no to the love that is already there for us. This is what may always been at the end, Sam. Everybody turns into maybe that is the fractal. Young adults, yes. Yes. That makes a little bit more sense. No. Wait, postpone, pause. Say no. You are being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something isn't in alignment with you and will drain your energy and time. Hold out for congruent alignment. 100% yes. Often, when we're looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything. And not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in and of itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes, when the time is right, will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now. Just because it seems like the only option, take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive. For when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because the time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and to take rest. To take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. For come spring, clarity will bloom and you will have the reserves, the space, and the drive to say yes and act more quickly. We've never pulled that card. What a trip. Feels very apt to me right now as well. Yes. Everyone turns into vegetables. There's a pretty good animated movie about supermarket food that reminds me of it. It was a streaming on any service, but I'll be a track Thursday special. Isn't that Seth Rogen movie? I forgot the movie's name. Sausage Party. I now regret remembering the movie's name. Why? Why? Why is that information encoded into my neurons? This card speaks to me. Thank you, Mojo, for listening. Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. They do really bring it with this deck of cards. Wonder what vegetable I would turn into. What vegetable would I turn into? Probably a broccoli. You can see it, right? I'd be a broccoli, right? Yeah. Probably. This goes to me. I now regret. Y'all look at the look at his face. It's a good fucking movie. You can tell by how exasperated it makes him. I mean, for what it is, it's a movie. For what it is, you know, and it will scar you a little bit, and you probably won't want to take bath salts. That whole movie is like a bath salt hallucination, and it's canon, even in that universe. Even in that universe, technically, the whole movie is a bath salt hallucination. Ginger root possibly Joy, or which pepper is currently at the top of the Scoville scale? Weirdly enough, I was going for peppers as well, and then my autism was like, chilies are not vegetables, and I'm like, thank you. Chilies are berries. You're like, no, Mel, say it ain't true. Hey Google, are chilies berries? Chili peppers, which are also called chili or chalet, Child? Are spicy fruits of a variety of plants in the genus Capricum. They grow in warm climates around the world. Shallot, chilies, chilies are technically berries because they contain seeds, but they are used more like a vegetable or spice because they have a savory, a spicy flavor. Yeah, yeah, but actually berries, technically. Movies are so personal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I miss some? Sam, movies are very personal, so I don't get mad when people don't love what I love. No, I watched that movie, and I did technically watch it with friends, and we did enjoy watching it together. There was like laughing and fun times, right? But it's like again, it's a situational thing. Like if I had to watch it with my parents, it would be probably the most excruciating time I've ever spent. So it depends. Movies are so personal. Joy, that's alright. It makes me feel sad when people don't have the same taste I do, but I understand. Are are spicy fruits? Does that mean they're suitable for movies now? Yes. Yes. Just be a bird. If it burns, just be a bird. Some of your friends are like, what is he talking about? Birds don't have capsaicin receptors. So birds can like really dig into some chilies. Like it ain't no thing. Chili peppers are fruits and berries. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that cute? The more you know. This is what you come to the Meltmore stream for. This groundbreaking, earth shattering revelations. Chilies are berries. You know, don't believe the propagandas. Free your mind from the machine. Don't let the matrix something you know send me like a third of your income a month, and I'll tell you how to escape the matrix. I don't know why I just recalled watching Napoleon Dynamite one night with my mom and having so much fun. Weirdly enough, Joy Beef, the fact that you are recalling that memory is synchronistic to me because I saw this meme. I think it not even meme. I think I saw it on a GIF while I was looking for a GIF to send a friend of Napoleon Dynamite going like that. Yes. And then also that other scene of like, how long did it take you to grow that mustache? And he's like something like 2 weeks, or like, and he's like, oh, I wish I could grow a mustache. And then I was like, I should watch Napoleon Dynamite again. So thank you, JV, for adding even more. I should watch it again. I'll give it a moment. If there's anything that needs to be said, say it now or forever. Well, until tomorrow, hold your peace. Technically, I'm going to get us a sham message running so long. Today, we talked about how all of the love all around us can become invisible to us. Please write us a Shan message and a beautiful poem that encapsulates this idea, really reminding us that not only do we have this ability to appreciate our day-to-day lives and share it with everyone else, but we also have this responsibility to not let the love that is all around us, that is shared by everyone, to become invisible to us, to feel like we appreciate it once and then let it go. Yesterday we made this point about a person not being something you can love just once, that being people, like plants, like everything in this world, needs consistent care to be taken care of. Don't let things become invisible to you. Keep allowing yourself love. Let's see. Have the most lovely day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so marvelously. Profoundly and unforgettably, overwhelmingly, astonishingly, wondrously, extraordinarily, heartwarmingly, ineffably, boundlessly melt, and all of you, oh so incredibly inspiring, thoughtful and loving, compassionate and caring, understanding, uplifting, amazing, kind friends who cherish the love all around them. And then I'll read you, friends, a poem before we say goodbye. Because in the tapestry of life, love gently weaves, yet often unseen like whispers it leaves. We walk through our days and hustle and stride, forgetting the love that stands by our side. Invisible currents in hearts deeply sown, love's tender embrace so often unknown. It's not just a moment or a fleeting caress, but a river of care that asks us to bless, to cherish the love and let it be seen in moments of joy and spaces between, not once but always, to nurture and tend. For love is a garden with no final end. Don't let it fade like stars at dawn's light. Keep it in view both day and night. Our hearts hold the power to see and to share this love all around, so precious and rare. So open your eyes and feel every part, the love that's within and love we impart, in every connection, in every sweet glance. We find in this love a lifelong dance. Boom, yeah, that was fun. I'm super happy we did that. Thank you, dear friends. Lane is here. Lane! Bro Bino, how are you doing? How are you doing, dude? Life has been interesting. I think I'm relating more and more to you, Lane. We're like getting on like band fractals and stuff on this side. I have been playing a cajon, a drum. I've been chanting more and trying to get a little bit more in touch with the musically part of myself. John, I moved in with a guy that's very much a musician. He's an excellent singer, and he wants to have a band. We met another friend called Nathan, who's apparently like a good, even down to like picking guitar player. We met another friend called Ricky. She, she's non-binary, so they are studying sound engineering right now, and she's also very proficient on the guitar. So there are a bunch of fractals, and I was thinking about you experiencing all of this stuff, and it's nice seeing you here, man. I'm doing all right, just getting by. Yeah. Life has a way of, at least at this point in our lives, in this era that we're in, of kind of like just getting by kind of vibes. Not cool. I get you, bro. Sending you love. Joy, I levied that threat, and my internet went down immediately after. Did I miss something? No. I don't know why. Love again. It is a really wholesomely hilarious movie. It really is. If there is something that needs to be said, don't you offer me the soapbox melt. I love you friends taking the soapbox because I'll be like that starry-eyed kid, you know, looking at the crazy person raving, being like, wow, the enigmas of that person's mind. And then, I realized that I have actually completely dissociated, and I am the person pretending to be a kid in the stands, watching myself. I think I went too far of it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna reel it back. Oh, good, thanks. Hope you've been well, bless. So much love. Joy. And having that threat in my internet was all immediately after. I think I'm still missing something. No, it doesn't seem that way. I'm doing alright, bless you again. Yeah, Mel and John been jamming, and it's been so fun to see them, bless. Thank you for that encouragement, Joy. Yeah. Life been lifing, ride the waves, friends. Yeah, become a surfer. Become like absolutely like, and then you're like a, and then you go like a pow. And then, before we know it, we're on the other side of the waves, looking all cool with our surfboards, walking on the beach, sun setting, cool person glasses. That's totally what's gonna happen. I love you, friend, so much. Thank you for joining me again. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow's. Goodbye, everybody. Sending you blessings.